Hi everyone, welcome back to OC Avery for the Season 2 finale episode of Breeding British Birds. I'd say a huge thank you to begin with for everyone who supports the channel on a regular basis. This Season 2 has nearly amassed over 100,000 views. It's very much appreciated and I'm glad to see so many people enjoying the series. Sadly, this is going to be the last episode of Breeding British Birds in this bird room, but don't worry, we've got future plans for an even bigger and even better one for Season 3, so make sure you stay tuned, but more on that later. So if you are new around here, please make sure to subscribe down below. We're aiming for 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. In episode 17 of the show, we saw a pair of Redpolls that were in this cage. There was a hen and she had two youngsters. Well, those two youngsters have now been weaned off from their mother completely. They've been eating soft food for a number of weeks. They're getting on fantastic, so they've moved in with the rest of the small finches, all of which were bred this year. So they're with the siblings, they're with some of the Redpolls, and they're with some twites and a couple of canaries as well. We've also put these guys on colour feed and I'm looking forward to seeing how they molt out and what quality these guys have for the next breeding season and the show season. We also saw last time round that we had a pair of greenfinches with a late clutch. Now these guys had 3 youngsters, we've rung them, they've jumped the nest and they're now pretty much all independent. They're starting to pick up their own egg food now, they're starting to make sure that they're all alright. The parents aren't really involved with them too much now, only topping them up very occasionally, and they are starting to pick up a bit of hard seed as well as the egg food and germinated seed. I've started a course of some coccidiosis medication for 3 days in their water just to clear them out of any coccidiosis before we separate them and wean them off into the young bird room. All but one pair of canaries have also finished the breeding season now. We only have one pair remaining feeding one single youngster, which is a pair of harlequins. The youngster has jumped the nest a couple of weeks ago. It's now just on the perches. It's starting to pick up a bit of egg food and a bit of germinated seed, but it's looking to be rather heavily reliant on its parents still. So I'm not going to rush it. We're going to leave it another week or so, and then it might be ready to wean off and go into the young bird room where it can be colour fed and hopefully molt out quite nice for us. We previously saw the feeders and the Irish chicks were ready to be weaned off. They've now been weaned off. They're in a cage in the young bird room. I'm just keeping a close eye on them as some of the parents did pluck them just before I separated them off. They did remove quite a number of feathers, so I'm just making sure there's no problems with any ingrowing feathers, feather cysts, and no mite problems on these guys either. Now they are picking up, of course, all their own soft food. They are starting to pick up a bit of hard seed as well. They're looking great and they will be the final canaries that we bred this season. To give you a general update on all the birds' molting progress, which have been in the molt for a few weeks now, whether that be the adult birds or it could even have been the young birds. They're all getting on well. The colour feeded birds are doing remarkably well. We're starting to see some real differences in the Caraphil orange taking place in one of the non-colour fed Norwich hens, so that's great to see. We've got other birds doing really well. The hawfinches are starting to come through right nicely, although the male is starting to look rather scruffy at this moment in time. We're seeing some real colour changes from birds that have previously been colour fed to not being, so we've got a bit of a yellow golden redpoll, which is a bit of a weird one, but overall they're all doing well. We're giving them regular baths, they're looking good, and I am very pleased so far in just the quality that seems to be coming through, especially in those adult birds that are now seen towards the end of the molt that started early. We're seeing the quality come through now that they're in their sort of flighted plumage, and for those young birds that are towards the end of the molt, they're looking really good, and they're still changing week on week, but it is nice to see. So all positive things from everyone else who is molting, and we're going to keep up an update and keep up with the progress of these guys over the next month or so as we see them really progress throughout the molt, and some of them come towards the end of the molt by the end of the month. Also a bit of an interesting one on the canaries molting out. We've got a dimorphic making a nest in the seed pot in September when she's mid-molt. That's birds for you. So why is it this is the last episode of Breeding British Birds in this bird room? Well, that's because the bird room is coming down, but it's not coming down to just stay nothing. It's coming down because a new bird room is going there. We've just put it on order. We've got a 15 by 12 bird room coming. I'm getting a load of cages made for it from a couple of different manufacturers, and I'm really looking forward to the progress. Now, obviously, work has already started. We've got the formwork coming in, we've got a big hole dug out just for the extension of that concrete base and the concrete pad that's going to go there for vermin proofing, and obviously offering a solid base. But I'm going to keep you up to date on how the progress of the new build is coming on every couple of weeks as we really progress. So the first thing that's going to happen now is the flights are going to be coming down as well. We're going to be taking these cages out of here, we're going to be ripping that down. We've got a lot of work to put in over the next 4 months for the shed to be delivered and set up in January, so make sure you're following the channel to keep along with that. It should be really good fun to see the progress of that, and obviously a purpose-built bird room really coming here, and it's going to be fabulous, I can guarantee you that. I'd just like to say a huge thank you once again to everybody who has supported the channel over the course of Series 2. I hope you have enjoyed seeing all the progress throughout this breeding season, and to be honest, next breeding season will be better. I've got a lot of ideas, we're going to have a lot more species, a whole new setup, and it's going to be really good fun. So make sure you are subscribed down below if you want to follow along and see more episodes from OC Aviary like that. Now don't forget as well, we've got the monthly live coming up this weekend, so make sure to check my Instagram, OC Aviary, to see when the monthly live will be going on. It'll be one of these evenings, whether it be Saturday or Sunday. So if you have enjoyed the season finale, please make sure to smash a like on this video. It's very much appreciated, and it will almost guarantee that season 3 will be just around the corner. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you all are too, and I hope your breeding seasons have gone as well as possible and you've enjoyed the whole breeding season as well. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.